Hey y'all, what's happening? I am back. How was your day? I hope your day was good. My day was good. Everything is lovely. I'm home now. But I had something on my mind that I wanted to talk about before I went in and called it a night. Today my coworkers and I were talking about the movie. You know what movie I'm talking about. Sinners. Oh, I saw it for the second time this week, and I saw it in IMAX. And when I say it was an experience the second time for me, it was truly an experience seeing it in IMAX. At first I was not going to go see this movie because when I initially saw the previews, I saw the fangs and the blood from the vampires, and I was like, ooh, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't really do scary movies like that. It's probably only two scary movies that don't bother me. One is Jeepers Creepers 2 and Dusk to Dawn. So what really turned me to change my mind to go see it was one of the people who was doing the review was like, it's sort of like a Dusk to Dawn when you think about the vampires. But then the more I started seeing all of these reviews, they were like, it's not really what you think it is. It's not fully a vampire movie. But when you go see that movie, you learn a lot. So today, my coworkers and I were talking about it, and it was funny because I had two different generations that were talking about the movie. And one person who said they saw it, you know, he was like, oh, well, it wasn't entertaining. I liked it, but it wasn't entertaining. And then we had a younger generation, like in their 20s or whatever, that was talking, and someone that was in their 40s, and then there's me of a distinguished age. And we were talking about how the movie meant so much because it tapped into history that most of us don't know. And when I was talking to my coworker who's in her 20s, she was like, I really liked it because it gave you a history lesson of the cultures, especially the religion, and how they took away different things from us and deemed them to be negative or demonic. And I was like, I was really surprised that she said it. And she was like, my generation doesn't understand that. They looked at the movie as entertainment. She said, but I looked at it from a total different point of view. And the movie is it's just a lot of different layers and elements to it that you can't help but not notice. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people have seen this movie like back to back to back. They didn't care that they saw it more than one time. Whether you went and saw it at a regular movie theater, or then you went to go see what was it like in the IMAX version. And seeing it in the IMAX version made me feel like I was walking with the people. I was moving with the people. You know, it was just that crisp and it was that clean. And what I also noticed too was, and it could have been the theater that I saw it in the first time, that when I saw it in IMAX, it was a little bit brighter. The first time I saw it in a regular theater, and it seemed a little dark. Now, I don't know if everybody had that experience. It could have just been the theater that I was in who just didn't turn the brightness up on the film. But for the most part, it was an exhilarating ride. This movie was what you call think outside of the box. And when I say they thought outside of the box, Ryan Coogler thought outside of the box. He thought outside of the box, kicked the box and everything else. He really put his feet, his feet in making this movie. The cast, very well put together. The ensemble, the cast, just breathtaking. Michael B. Jordan playing two parts and playing it to the point where you really thought that you were looking at twins and not just one person. He played both roles differently. They were like night and day. Smoke and Stacks were like night and day. And they were so well believed that they just kept you captivated. I loved Annie's part. I do not want to say the young lady's name that played that character because I may mess it up. But she is the leading lady. She was the strength of the crew. She was just the strength of the crew. And beautiful, relatable, and you would just like protect her at all costs. And the beautiful part that I liked about her character was Smoke listened to her. He may not have been, all into her practices or whatever the case may be. He had some doubts behind it or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, he listened to her. And I really picked up on that. He listened to her and he protected her. And that was beautiful to me. Because when you saw them in motion, he like had his hand and was like, yeah, get behind me. But she was fighting right alongside of him. But the movie dug into history, and it had a meaning that if you blinked or fell asleep, you missed the mark. You missed the mark. The music, the sound. I was tapping because I went with my sister. I was tapping her and I was like, do you hear when he was talking about how him and his friends was traveling and what happened to how he lost his money and how he was describing it? And oh my gosh, I forget Delroy, his character, and how he was describing what had happened to him and his friends, and you could hear the sounds as he was talking. So it was like, as he was telling you the story, you could hear the sounds and you could also picture what he was saying. And I thought that was just so cool. The music in this movie was like the sound, it was just something. The music was good, but it was just something about the overall sound in this film that just set things off. The barn scene, when everyone was in the juke joint and everyone was dancing, and how you saw all of the images from the past, the present, the future, how you saw the different cultures and things of that nature. It was just a beautiful film. It had you on your seat. It also almost had you crying if you wasn't crying. It had you laughing. It was just an overall beautiful experience. And I'm glad that I saw it more than once. I may just go back and see it again because it was just that good. Please don't stream this movie. please go see it. Please, please, please go see it. I had to tell somebody today while we were in the midst at work talking about it, and someone walked up and he was like, what are y'all talking about? I said, we're talking about the movie Sinners. He was like, oh, was it good? I said, yeah, please go see it. And then I started telling him about different elements of the movie. I was like, please go see it. Don't stream it. Because this is not one of those movies that you just want to stream. You want to get the full gist of this movie. I am looking forward to an Oscar nomination. Best Actor, Best Supporting Actress, Best Supporting Actor, Film Score. I'm looking for Best Picture, Best Screenplay. I'm looking for at least six categories. I'm looking forward to hearing at least 6 categories, because this movie was everything. It was dressed up nice, packaged very well, and delivered on time. On time. I can't say anything less. I'm quite sure you guys have heard so many different reviews where people telling you their opinion of what this meant, of what that meant. I just want to say, go see the movie and get the experience for yourself. If you just so happen to see it in the regular movie, go check it out in IMAX. But just go see the movie. I loved it, and I hope you get a chance and an opportunity to go see it too. Leave me a comment. Tell me how you liked the video. Tell me what your opinion was on the movie Sinners. Did you go see it or not? Do you have some issues with it? Just tell me what you thought about it. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And I hope to see you soon with another conversation about something, because we're just going to be over here just, doing the most. All right. Stay bodacious. See you later.